So hello everyone, welcome back to the online class, and today we'll be starting one new chapter of class 9 physics part, chapter number 9, force and laws of motion. So in this chapter we'll be learning about the different types of forces, how forces can change, how force can cause direction or movement, or repulsive means stopping of any other object, any object, moving object. If the object is at rest, then the force can make it move. How does the object moves? Or if the object is at motion, how its speed can increase or decrease, or finally it can stop. All these kinds of factors, these phenomena we'll learn in this chapter. So force can be basically termed as or stated as any push or pull of an object. Like if I'm pulling an object, like for example I have a spring, and if I pull the spring or an elastic band, I will be applying some force to make the object spread or go apart. Similarly, if I have a rubber ball and if I squeeze it, I'll be applying force from both directions to make the ball squeeze or become smaller in size. So these are the types of force we use. For instance, if you are pulling something, like if you are going to a market, means to a store, and you are pushing a cart, then you will be applying your force of your body to make the cart move. Or if you are lifting an object, you will be applying some force from your hand to make the object come up, or can be so that the object can be lifted up. So force can be defined as a instance of pushing or pulling of an object in a simple way. Now the idea of force or the laws of motion was given by Sir Isaac Newton by some of his experiments. Later on, these were more emphasized or implemented better by Galileo. So before going to that, let us learn about the balance and unbalanced force. Balanced and unbalanced forces. Now first of all, balance force. What is a balance force? Now for example, if there is an object, any object on a surface, let it be the floor, means let it be the floor, and over the floor there is a box, and if a person comes and tries to push the box, the person will be applying force on the box. Means if the person wants to make the box move in this direction, then the person will have to apply force in this direction. Now the box might be heavy, like for example, let the weight of the box be 30 kg for example. Now the person is applying force on the box in this direction. Now I am writing the weight here. The person is trying to push the box this side. Now since the box is on the ground will be putting a repulsive force, means force in opposite direction on the box, and this force will be in opposite direction to the force applied by the person. Now for example, if the person is not very strong and he is not able to move the box, means he will be applying force but he is not able to move the box. That means the ground is also applying force against his direction, due to which this force, means the applied force, is equal to the repulsive force and the box does not move. In this case, we say the repulsive force as friction. So you might have learned about friction. So it is an opposite force which makes any other force cancel each other. Means friction causes the force applied by the person cancel and the box does not move. So friction can be also seen in brakes of cars or any vehicles. For example, if you are riding a cycle, you are putting pressure on the pedals, you are pushing the pedals and the cycle is going forward. Now if you have to stop the cycle, you will pull the brakes, you will pull the brake clutches, and you will pull the brake levers and the cycle will stop. Now when we pull the brake levers, there are some small pads on the ring which comes and presses the ring, which holds the ring, due to which it creates a friction on the ring. These pads are basically made of rubber, which creates friction on the ring, and that friction or opposing force makes the wheel stop, and finally the cycle stops. So this is a kind of opposite force, or simply we can say as friction. Now one more instance. If there is a, or we can say like you might have played tug of war, very simple and popular game in which there is a rope which has a ribbon tied in the middle, and persons from each side hold the rope and pull it. There will be also contestants in each other side. They will also be holding the rope and pulling the rope towards them. If the people on the both sides are of equal strength, then they will not be able to pull each other back. Means if we assume like this is the center point and they are trying to pull each other, and here also 3 people, same weight, same size, here also 3 people, same weight, same size, or means of having same strength, then the rope will not move from its place. Means this ribbon will be still at the center. So this is a case of balanced force. Means the rope is not being, these people are pulling this side, these people are pulling this side. So the rope means this, no one is going to be winner here. Now suddenly if one more person comes and joins in this group and pulls the rope. Now if you see here, there are 4 people pulling the rope this side and 3 people pulling the rope to the other side. Now in this side, the force is more. So what will happen? Obviously this ribbon or this other 3 people will be pulled to this side, means will be pulled to the left, we can say. So here we can see a condition of unbalanced force. In this part there were 3 people, earlier in this part also there were 3 people. So the rope means no one was going to be a winner here. Now suddenly when one person increased in the left hand side, the force in the left side increased more than the force in the right side. So obviously the winner will be the contestants standing in the left hand side. So this becomes a condition of unbalanced force. When there were only 3 people each side, this was the condition of balanced force, means no one was going to be a winner. Force in this side was equal to the force in that side. Now when one person increased, the force in the left hand side increased, and the force in the right hand side was less, and the rope can be pulled back. Similarly, in this case, I am drawing it again. So one person was trying to push the box this side but cannot push because he was not strong enough to move the box because of the friction supported by the ground. So this is a condition of balanced force. The force applied by the person is equal to the force of friction, so the box does not move. Now if one more person comes to help him, so what happens? The force increases and the friction is still the fixed, means friction does not increases, okay. The force increases, the pushing force increases. Now finally the box can move forward. So these are the conditions or examples of, you can say, a balanced or unbalanced force. Now suggest you to read from page number 114 to 117. Next we will be learning about the first law of motion. Thank you.